Hello and welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. Now we're already headed into our quick draft, and quick recap. It's mostly blue, a little splash of black. Hopefully try to gain control. We do have a mill out plan, but let's hope it doesn't really come to that. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Actually, I built my deck already. Okay, I'm gonna rebuild the deck again. Sorry, something's weird. Oh wait. Okay, something's really weird here. Okay. Okay, the lands disappeared, so I have to. So that's strange. So we're gonna do a very quick recheck here. Probably it's not gonna be exactly the same as what I put up, but we'll see. Okay, okay, I only drafted 3. I didn't draft 4, so there was a little bit of an invalid deck building. So okay, so now we know what happens, and this is gonna be our actual deck. So yeah, we have a little side package. The vest is much better, as is Caligo Skin Witch. Okay, so this is our base plan. We'll see how things go. Okay, we got our draft deck ready. Now we're ready to play the match. So yeah, that's a weird quirk in the gameplay system. Hopefully that one gets fixed when the 7 update rolls out. So one is gonna go first. And okay, I guess we will have a turn 1 divest. And the later this goes, the worse this gets, so I am going to play this immediately. Also hits. Okay, so opponent has a bunch of 2-drops. I will take out the Caligo Skin Witch. That's the one that will hurt us the most. So, but at least we know our Homered Explorer will outclass his 2-drops eventually. So, okay, we also got a Drudge Sentinel, so that will work too. But do note that we always have to leave 3 mana up for this guy. Now that I think about it, this guy's really more late game. I wouldn't call him an early game play. He's just playing Rat Colony. We'll let that resolve. We'll take our early beats. Next turn, we are gonna play the Drudge Sentinel. We're not gonna block with it, so we're gonna go down to 14. It's really a question of what exactly does our opponent play now that we've seen almost everything. I think we got rid of this guy. Hopefully play something big, but not too soon. Bolas's clutches is going to be very painful, especially since our opponent is playing white-black. He won't. Okay. So we definitely have to play Homered Explorer next turn. Am I willing to trade the Drudge Sentinel? Probably not. Actually, no, I probably am. I traded at least with the Cabal Evangel. Rat Colony. Okay, let's think this through. If we take... Well, he's only attacking with 1, so I'm going to take it. So, Homered Explorer. That gives us some blockers. And no attacks. What exactly did... Okay, our opponent ditched Tragic Poet and 2 swamps. Top 4 cards, right? Okay, we ditched the Caligo Skin Witch. Oh yeah, we ditched a second Rat Colony. Okay, so not too bad. Opponent could be playing Rat Call in the deck, in which case, if we don't draw anything, I'll play Chainer's Torment. It'll regain some of our life back. It's a bit hairy with our opponent on offense, but at least we can start eating some of his stuff. I really want to get some lands going. I know our opponent's bound to drop something big at this point. Opponent probably... I wouldn't be surprised if our opponent had charge or something. Okay. That's the only mass pump spell I can think of in white-black. Okay, he just sacked 2 guys. We're gonna go down to 10. I'm going to... Okay. I'm going to end the turn. He's probably gonna think I'm gonna just mass block. I'm just gonna block away with the Drudge Sentinel. What I'm going to do instead is blink, draw a card, eat one of his tokens, then probably let the Drudge Sentinel go at this point. So it depends what our opponent does. If he has an enchantment, okay, attack. He's probably gonna attack with just that. Okay. And gives us one card that we need. I know there's no way to give this guy Hexproof. He's just gonna draw cards instead. Okay. So... okay, we drew our 1 land. Hopefully we can draw another one. He can't cast Torguard this time. Okay, we drew into both, so we now want him to... So... Chainer's Torment. No, we're gonna just cast another Homerid Explorer. He's... okay, no attackers. Okay, we got rid of a dub, that's good. We also got rid of his Dread Shade. Now, take note, it's not about what you get rid of, but it's nice, but it is some morale boosting to see yourself get rid of good cards. Sometimes you just help him draw into his better cards. Okay, he's going to make us discard. And we're gonna just discard Relic Runner and Chainer's Torment because we need this land, and we need Bolas's Clutches. But we also don't have to cast it immediately. In fact, I could have just ditched the land instead. Okay, we got Vicious Offering. So I'm gonna just gonna drop the land, go to combat. I'm gonna send one of these guys in on the attack. If he does a double block, I will just Vicious Offering 1 token. He's probably gonna yeah, he's gonna take it. He has a huge life cushion. In fact, he wants to cast Torguard now. Okay, he has all the mana at this point, so he doesn't need to sack tokens. I'm curious what he drew though. Okay, Torguard, let it resolve. After starting life total, so basically I stay at 10. Okay, combat. Attackers. He's not gonna swing with these guys. Is he? Okay, he isn't gonna swing. My turn. Okay, we drew another land. So I'm not gonna play it out yet. So we're going to borrow your Torguard. Then we're going to not attack just yet. We don't have to attack if we don't need to. Our opponent might have a removal spell. Okay, he has a Red Sentinel, which is quite perfect. It's good to see. It's good we didn't push the Vicious Offering out. So now all we have to do is just beat him down with his own Torpor. If he sandbags one card, I'm just gonna cast Calibo's Skin Witch right away. Actually, it doesn't matter. We need a second black source to make that work. So our opponent, he's gonna buy himself a lot of time. That's okay. We're gonna see what our opponent's out here is. 2, 4, 5, 6. You can start charging. I can start blocking. He has 1, 2. He doesn't have enough knights to remove all of this. He does have enough to start making more knights, so I have to. So I guess I have to start them charging more, but I can't just charge with these guys. So end turn. So my only choice is to keep charging with Torpor. And maybe just go a few more cards. And we got rid of another stronghold. We got rid of a bunch of good cards, actually. Let's see. He has 9 cards left. He might. We're probably not. I'm about to say we're probably not gonna draw our second black source, but we might. So probably. We'll go into combat first. I'm okay trading 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is not okay. Actually, none of this is okay. I can just hold back. Problem is, I don't have any real combat tricks, so he can always just make a knight on his turn. He needs. Okay, he has 2 knights right now, so he can take out Drudge Sentinel. Okay, now is the time for me to attack. So basically, I'd swing, but I really need one more combat trick. So I don't have this all the way through. I'd really want one more mana for. Okay. So I'm going to force him to sack his knights. Oh. Well, ship is okay too. So we can hold out for 7 more turns after this one. Our opponent can easily start whittling down our Homerids, so. Okay, he also has a Knight of Malice. So this is going to be very painful. We might have to just ditch a Skin Witch after all. And he's holding on to one more card. Okay, if I get one more land, I'll cast Skin Witch first. Our opponent can start taking out our Homerids one by one. Okay, just like that. And do note that we are at 10 life, so we don't have much going. Okay, an Aesir Glider is not gonna cut it, so I am going to cast a Skin. I'm gonna cast a Skin Witch as is. I'm gonna start gumming up the board. Gonna cast the Glider 2 to add some pressure. Okay. I am going to attack with Torgar. Do note our Drudge Sentinel is probably gonna go, but that's okay. So we're going to trade for his Skin Witch. Really won't need another black source, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he just took the damage, so he's gonna try to swing back. So let's see. He takes out one blocker. Okay. Okay, he's gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can actually take out Torgar now. So it's a question, can we last for 6? No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we last for 7 turns? Highly unlikely. So we got him close, but we did not. But we have no way of dealing with Ariel. Honestly, he should just eliminate Torgar now. It'd be interesting if... Oh, he just took out the glider. And... let's see, he will probably start swinging in... Okay, he did not. Okay. So I'm gonna start putting an undue amount of pressure. So note, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has enough knights. He needs to make one more knight actually to take out Torgar. Okay. I'm actually gonna hold him. I'm actually not gonna attack. He could safely sit at 1. I'm actually gonna force him to use his Ariel here. Interesting alternate plan. Bounce. Find a way to bounce Bolas's Clutches, recast it on Ariel. Will we even have enough time to do that? It's kind of iffy. He's just going on the control plan now, and I need to survive 6 more turns, and he's got his own guys. Yeah, it's not gonna cut it. So we're actually in the back foot right now. So we need to survive 4... Draw. We need to survive 5 more turns. Basically, our opponent loses when he has to draw from an empty library. So... he did have 1 draw spell, so... and he's making more knights, so he's gonna take out Torgar for good. Combat, he might actually swing. He probably should start swinging at this point. At least with that way. So... okay, here's an interesting thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. He has 5, 6 knights. He doesn't have enough to destroy this guy. Let's see, how do we get out of this? We can we do have the flash trick, so I can if he tries to target Torgar, I can flash in Bolas's Clutches, targeting something else like his Ariel or his Aven Sentry. So it's not gonna hit immediately, so I'm gonna just end the turn for now. At least we have a surprise 3/3 blocker. Okay, he's cast his 7th knight. He's going to target this guy. He's gonna be in for a bit of a rude awakening. But I need to take out Ariel. I cannot just take his Aven Sentry, which means I'm still in trouble because I don't really have any more flyers. The alternate plan is just for me to take the Aven Sentry. Honestly, I'm surprised. Okay, he's gonna target Torgar. I am going to return. Yes, to exile. You can have it back. It's going to resolve. So we're gonna take 3 again. Now comes the question, what do I take back? If I take Ariel, I won't be able to match up against his knights, but at least I don't have to worry about him destroying my stuff. If I take the Aven Sentry, I have to take the Aven Sentry. That's the one that's more likely to kill me. So let's see, what can we do? Yuck. Okay, hold on. Yep, that was a nice play, but I don't know if I'll still survive. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm surprised he still hasn't attacked yet, but yeah, we might be able to survive a bit. So I'm just gonna end the turn now. This is annoying. The nice thing is the Drudge Sentinel can keep surviving a little bit more. Okay, our opponent's down to 2 cards here. So right now we're looking into a really long game here. So our opponent's first step's definitely to destroy the Aven Sentry. He could just attack all in too and destroy before I block. In fact, he's probably forced to do that already at this point. Nope, he's still on the destroy plan. So, but let's see, we're going to... Each opponent sacrifices a creature, each opponent discards a card, okay. And he's going to buy back 1 big card, so I have to resolve. I'm gonna lose the Skin Witch. Okay, this is gonna be really bad. He can rebuy Torgar. 1, 0. Okay, he's still not attacking. Okay. I'm just gonna play the Skittering Surveyor. He's really buying time at this point. Take action. Get myself a swamp. Okay, so I'm going to end the turn. Let's see. Gonna discard that swamp. But let's see. We have 5 versus 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically, we're dead right now. Our opponent has us dead to rights at this point. And he actually can't lose the game. Yeah, I have to admit that was a good game. So I want to see him win this out though. So he can't lose the game from drawing an empty library. So there goes that hope. He probably should just attack all in at this point. Yep. Okay, so let's proceed to blocks. So, Surveyor block this, Sentinel block 1 of these, 2. Okay, so that's our blocks. Opponent should just activate, but yeah, that was a good game, even though it was a bit long. So right now, our opponent is trying to off me its style. Let's see. Okay, sure, can't do. Okay, I'm just gonna respond to this one. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Very good game. That was very close. I think our opponent actually drafted a Lich's Mastery. So that's it. First loss. That was quite close though. We were slightly flooded on land, I suppose, but we had plays. We had interesting rounds, I guess. I'm made the assumption that his Torgar was the biggest creature, but it could. I wasn't prepared for the Ariel. So let's see. We have turn 1 play and nothing else. It's not even really a turn 1 play. I got a mulligan just in favor of something I can play. Yuck. This is not good. I'm gonna mulligan one more. I'm going to keep this. At least there's an island, so we have a little hope. It's about to go up in smoke, I suppose, but at least we have. And if we can draw one more land, in the next 2 turns we can hit Skittering Surveyor. So end turn. I'm not gonna cast Blink of an Eye. Unless he plays some enchantment. He has his own Skittering Surveyor. So okay, just end the turn there. I'm just gonna take the damage. So we really need to draw another land at this point, or else this is gonna be an even faster game. Like, before Hour of Devastation Quick Draft, that was my best. This one's turning out to be my worst. So let's see. Okay, I'm probably going to have to cast the Blink of an Eye at this point now. But he could have something bigger. So let's just take the tree. We know our opponent has something bigger at this point because he had to shoot her for a different colored land at this point. So blocks, we're gonna take it like a champ. And our opponent's gonna drop something on turn. He's gonna do nothing. Okay, fine. Skittering Surveyor. Let's dig ourselves out of this hole. I need to cast at least one Homered Explorer before I can cast Chainer's Torment. So we're gonna get ourselves our other swamp. So opponent should have a removal spell of some sort if he's gonna hold up 4 mana. Actually, it doesn't really. Okay, now at 5 mana, I'd really be surprised if he didn't play anything. On hindsight, we can bounce it and draw a card, especially if we need to draw more land. Though we're at the 4 mark right now. And going back to that previous game, that you notice the thing about mill, we were able to mill out a bunch of good cards from that one, but we were not able to mill out the cards that mattered the most. So milling is kind of like it's a 50-50. Okay, I'm gonna block. I am incentivized to block. There's really no way around it. That's okay. I was gonna soak the damage anyways. So we're going to drop a Homered Explorer. Target players, you don't target the library. And okay, we took out one card we could not deal with. Yet another. Ooh, we took a good set of cards. Doesn't necessarily mean anything though. So it's gonna. So at least we stopped our opponent in his tracks until he can start dropping more historic spells. Next turn, we're gonna cast Chainer's Torment to get back up. If we can get to 18, we will get. Okay, if we are forced to discard cards, what will we discard? Frankly, I discard the Chainer's Torment. And maybe the Skittering Surveyor, yeah. So that's our opponent's play. We're gonna just drop another Homered. We can drop the Paladin much later. We're gonna drop the Homered first. We need... The toughness is more important. Also, and no, if we attack, we're just gonna trade with 2 of his guys. Actually, I'm going to attack. Worse, it's a one-on-one trade. I just trade with a Relic Runner. So So he has his own Homered Explorer, and he took out the Syncopate as well. He's playing. Okay, our opponent might have a. Our opponent might be playing a Joda Avenger deck. No, not Joda's Avenger. That's a card from Planar Chaos. Joda Archmage Eternal deck. No, he's doing quite fine with just. Actually, he's doing quite fine with 2 colors. There's no I haven't seen him play anything that requires red, so it's definitely an Archmage Eternal deck. Okay. So I'm gonna start beating one by one. Then I'm just gonna drop the Cabal Paladin. Or I should just hold. Okay. Let's take a look. Actually, we have a trick with Vision. Okay, he's just double blocking. I don't. Okay, he's single blocking. He's just chump blocking at this point. He's really thinking. He wants to get rid of this guy. But I'll accept the chump block. And he hasn't really cast anything. A lot of his cards seem to be stranded. So I'm just fine. I'm just gonna cast the Paladin now. If he has counter spells, so be it. At least I have. At least I gummed up the. Opponent has something. Okay, he's just gonna buy back the Skin Witch. And the worst thing is, it goes back to hand, so I am actually gonna lose 2 cards. Yuck. I should have held back. So we lose 2 of our better cards. But we have stabilized the board somewhat. Of course he's gonna cast the Skin Witch. I have exactly 2 cards. And he took out 2 of my best cards. So now's a question, how do I... Okay, but he doesn't have anything really big. And then again, neither do I. So I don't want to start trading yet either. So I'm just gonna hold off. Opponent could probably have a big spell like Fight with Fire. He's probably gonna aim to kick it so he can aim... So he could aim it at my face. Yeah, all his creatures have haste, so that messes the math up a bit more. And okay, he's at 9 mana. He doesn't have a second red, so it's not fight. I'm not worried about Fight with Fire. But I am worried about 5/5 Death Touch creature with haste. If he attacks with... Okay, I'm gonna just take it for now. But well, we tried our best to catch up. So I'm just gonna dump a Turret Explorer. So I need to survive for 12 more turns. Oh! Not that he needed these, but am I so glad they're not in his hand. Wow. Well, the forest was already an indicator something was weird, but man, nuking these, wow. I'm still gonna lose this game though. And exile target historic card from your graveyard. He's probably gonna exile Josu Vess. Yep. This is the blue. Yep. He's gonna cast it next turn, and I have no outs for this one. Well, but I was able to last this far on a mulligan to 5 and with a little stumble here and there. So opponent's definitely gonna cast him next turn, and they all have haste. Thank you, Garna. So this might would like to at least win one game. Well, I know it's not going to be this game. He burns it too. So I'm just gonna take the damage. Wait, if he swings with everything, well, technically I lose if he swings with everything. Hold on, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I take 5, 6. Oh no, okay. I'm just gonna trade it then. I'm going to offer the, and I don't even get the honor of having enough mana to cast this. So say good game. Last hurrah. And our opponent is not gonna let Josephus go to waste. Huh? Oh yeah. He sacked. Oh yeah, he lost Garden. He didn't have to attack him. So right now I'm at 2 losses. I wouldn't be surprised if I lost the third game. Like I said, the deck was already a bit iffy to begin with. Losing the removal spells was bad. Hindsight, I should have just left the Cabal Evangel alone, so I could have at least removed one creature. Okay, our opponent mulliganed. We have a 1 and a 3, so I'm gonna keep this one, especially because our opponent mulliganing means he's gonna be very dependent on his early plays. Being able to divest on early play is gonna be very backbreaking. But if he's still looking at his hand at this point, I don't think I'll be able to divest. Oh! I thought he would have the turn 1 Llanowar Elves. Anyway, turn 1, divest. Let's see what he kept. Okay, no. We have outs against the Sentinel. Sapherd. I'm gonna take out the Sentinel. This one's gonna be more annoying in the long run. So our opponent's probably just gonna play turn 2 Adventurous Impulse. Is that? Yeah, Adventurous Impulse. Meanwhile, we're just gonna hit a Blood Tallow Candle, do nothing else. At least we got it. Okay, the good news is we have a turn 3 Academy Drake. Now, if we can only survive long enough, we don't even need to draw these guys too soon based on what our opponent's hand is. So our opponent's gonna drop a Sapherd or the Elves. Depends on what these other 2 cards are. But he's dropping Sapherd, so he doesn't have anything to really wrap into. We are hitting land drops, so we might get to 6 soon. So I'm just gonna cast Academy. I know I can gum up the board relatively well soon, so I'm not. Okay, so he did catch up on his mana. So next turn, Adventurous Impulse again. Wow, this one's a very nice street. Okay, he only got a forest, which could mean he has a 6 drop. Which would be nice, except that I'm a bit ways away from casting in Bolas's Clutches on it. So he's definitely gonna attack only with the Sapherd. He wants to force a trade. It's kind of scary. On one hand, I'm willing to take 2 for now, but okay, so we're definitely going to be able to. Here's the thing: I need to hold Academy Drake back, or else I'm going to be taking 4 next turn. At least taking 3, which is still more than what I could deal back. And all I need to do is just hold on a little longer. Nice fighting words. Hold on a little longer. Meantime, opponent definitely has 1 more land. He's definitely at 6 mana. He could just be aiming for 7 mana just to cast Territorial Allosaurus with Kicker. Probably doesn't need it. He probably doesn't need it though. Just trying to think what other big creature at 6 could there be. Anyway, we have at least we have our own big creature. Okay, must be blocked if able. So I definitely have to hold Academy Drake back. So this is a case where I'm hoping I don't draw any more lands. So I'm just gonna take. Perfect. So I'm willing to throw away the Drudge Sentinel. So I'm willing to throw away the Drudge Sentinel for Gaia's Protector. I'm also hoping he drops whatever big thing he has next in hand. If not, I'm just gonna cast Feral Abomination. Just go to town. Ironically, if it's just a middling creature, the best play is probably just Blood Tallow Candle. Ooh. So I am well, at least I held on to the Academy Drake. So I'm gonna cast Feral Abomination first. I do need the blocker. So opponent's just gonna go all in 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go down to 11. Actually, no. Go down to 12. This guy can't attack. He's still looking at his last card as if he wants to cast it now. You know I have to block it, so yeah. I'm surprised he didn't just attack with everyone. There are a limited number of tricks I could play. Vicious Offering is one of them, so he might be scared of that one, especially if he's still staring at his last card. So 6 mana. Turn on energy, story permanent. So we have the so I'm just gonna cast Feral Abomination. Put something on the board. Opponent could have cast down. That would be very annoying, but at least we got that. We'll get that out of the way. Opponent definitely has something if it's taking him that long. He's now up to 7 mana. And that one card is still staring at him. Sure, it could be more lands. It could just be land flooded, so I suppose. In which case... I'm just gonna leave Blood Tallow Candle up, swing. Okay. So I'm gonna swing. So I'm gonna swing into Feral Abomination. It's not incentivized to block. It's incentivized to remove it. Actually, it's incentivized to block with one guy. That's perfectly fine. You could try to go for it by sending the whole team, but that's bad. There is a trick on board. He's just gonna chump block. So chip for 1. So you have the pump spell. If he has the pump spell, I'm just gonna waste the Blood Tallow Candle on it. I hope he doesn't draw into a Caligo Skin, which that will be super annoying. Oh, the Sparring Construct. I'm going to take 4 damage. So I'm gonna start swinging, and I'm gonna start putting creatures in front. So definitely the Guardians, because he's gonna go up the sap trade. Actually, no. I'm willing to trade. So let's get rid of something. Okay, here's the interesting dilemma. Okay, we got rid of some so-so cards. He drew into a land. This is the weird case where I want him to draw into a really good card. Really good card as in a really good creature that does not kill me immediately, and I can... Let's trade. So next turn, attack. I'm gonna drop the Guardians of Koilos at this point. Actually, I could drop. Yeah, no point playing fancy. No point being fancy with Relic Runner. I'm just going to make sure the Feral Abomination goes all the way. If not, I still have a 4/4. Yeah, I really want him to cast something really good. Well, I knew it was gonna happen, so at least he did not have any good targets. It's gonna be annoying if he does have a good target, if he draws into a good target. So, still an attack though. So, I have, yeah, Calico Skin Witch. The most, very annoying common, but probably one of the better commons if you're playing a control game then. Yeah. Play. So opponent doesn't do it. He's gonna go up to 25. Okay, sure. More importantly, he still can't answer the Feral Abomination yet, so... swing... Hold on a sec. Sorry about that. Being the guy that does the tech stuff in the family, I'm being tasked to search for a phone. Well, at least I'm not being tasked to search for a win condition. And I'm in the weird case where I hope my opponent doesn't find a good win condition now that he's milled out my Ingolas' clutches. So I'm gonna hold on to these. So I'm still gonna... I'm gonna swing with Feral Abomination still. He has enough mana at this point that he can just chuck the Llanowar Elves. Unless he has Grun the Lonely King. Aiming for something that costs 9. Well, he's really thinking about it. Okay, he probably doesn't. So, just gonna chip in little by little. Which is actually quite dangerous. Well, at least our opponent's not getting much progress. Yeah, it's getting dangerous in the sense that our opponent, the more opponent draws, the closer he gets to finding a better answer, or just flooding the board. So I'm gonna end the turn. I don't. Actually, I'm just gonna end that. Okay, if our opponent attacks, I would really like to just. I'm willing to cast a Sentinel just to. You know what? Our opponent's gonna play whatever he has out anyway. Let's just make him get rid of it. There's a broken bond. I'm surprised he didn't just use us here. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to get snappy, but that was very weird. Very weird. You had the perfect answer to this guy. So 3, 4. So I'm still gonna just keep swinging, I guess. Now our opponent's gonna slightly regret not answering our 4/4. Yeah. If you're if you're going to play that card, you have to prioritize the targets that you want to remove. You use it for the main effect, not the bonus. The bonus is just a bonus. Sometimes you don't get bonus, but in this case you don't get either anymore. So we now have a way to protect our threats, so I'm just gonna keep swinging then. Probably should still not have played that land. The interesting thing is I could, cast Blink of an Eye. Okay, that. This can be a. This is very long. I'm not really controlling, but I'm still controlled deck, I suppose. Pretty curious what our opponents. Our opponent's holding on. It's now holding his stuff now. Interesting trick. I can attack with both, force the double tree. But there's no rush at this point, so I'm just gonna cast the Paladin. If he has a pump spell, then so right now I'm just taking my fine time. Definitely don't want to bounce a Croson Druid. Just figure out what our opponent could possibly have. He's played a lot of lands. Okay, he has 9 lands. Normally you have 17, so let's see, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So he's got 6 more lands in this deck. This is probably not a land. The card he has in hand is probably not a land. He's really... I think he's looking for a good time to cast it. Actually, right now, the alternate plans, I can just attack with these two immediately. But this is cast a historic spell, so Sentinel won't re-trigger it. Actually, no. It's another target. Okay, so it won't re-trigger it at all. Okay. We do have a befuddle now, so we're drawing into our threats. So I'm gonna now just send these two guys in. I'm not gonna risk the Cabal Paladin. There's no need to. Really curious what our opponent... If our opponent blocks the Guardians, that means I'm really curious what this could be. Fungal infection? That's the only thing I can think of that where one point of toughness means something. Okay, he's blocked. Okay, I'm gonna let damage resolve. I'm really curious what you have. I do have answers. Does he have another gift? Okay, he has another gift of growth. Okay. So he pumps it to 4. See how the math works. -1, resolve, 3-8. So they just bounce off each other, which is perfectly fine. And I'm just gonna end the turn. That's his own Cabal Paladin, that's okay. So, just gonna end the turn there. I'm gonna cast my Skittering Surveyor first to... Oh, he's sending... Okay, let's see. Yeah, he's great. Okay, so... So basically right now my game plan is to protect Feral Abomination, trade away as much as I can. Let's cast Skipping Survey. Okay, end turn. Now our opponent is gonna win or lose based on his... If it's a creature, that's that resolve. Combat. Attackers. Block. That's game. So at least we won one game out with this deck. Not because our opponent's deck was bad. It's just I don't think our opponent had... If our opponent had an answer to a 5/5, he never drew into it. So there's that. We got our first win, 2 losses. I'm just gonna keep playing a little bit. I have a feeling that this would be a bit of a shorter run, but that's perfectly fine too. I'm just warming up the gears a little bit. Came back from a golfing tournament, didn't do so well there, but it was fun. So a little bit out there. Okay. At least I can play him early if I have to, and I'm gonna keep this. We do have some lands. Now, whether we play the Skin Witch or not really depends on what our opponent is. I'd really like to cast Chainer's Torment and not just have to not just discard it. Okay. I don't think we're not under any pressure, so I'm not gonna cast the Skin Witch just yet. Opponent seems to be mono red, and we got our mana, so we are under no pressure whatsoever. So first play, Cabal Paladin. Second play, Chainer's Torment. One seems to be mono red. Goblin Chain Whirler? Squee the Immortal. Can be cast from anywhere. You know, this guy's gonna be really painful if our opponent is also playing black. So let's just end the turn for now. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with taking 2. So let's cast our Cabal Paladin. We're gonna start. I need to see what our opponent's second color is. I'm not getting any information if it's all red though. 10-10. Okay. We take 2. We can regain back 2. Okay, we take 4. It's okay. We'll take 4. I'll play an island. Okay, let's see the tricks though. Opponent could just play a blocker again. Oh no, it's a sorcerer. Okay. So here's this. Okay, so we play our land. We swing with our own guy. He could have Shivan Fire, but that's perfectly fine. So definitely Chainer's Torment is not the correct play here. We got Shivan Fire. That's alright. I'm going to let it resolve. I'm not going to take another force, so I'm just going to end the turn here. Our opponent, of course, has to be dubious by now, but let's see how all in he goes. If he equips Journey Mage, well, Squeeze not the wizard, so I'm perfectly fine letting him resolve. He attacks, then I'm just gonna bounce Blink of an Eye, then I'm going to drop. Okay. Of course I have something, I just wanted to see what. Of course we bounce Squee. This is a case where I don't want to use Caligo's Skin Witch. He can just drop Squee and he can just recast it anyway. So can't hit. So I'm going to drop Feral Abomination first. drop Feral Abomination first. Then I'm gonna start regaining life using Chainer's Torment. So our opponent went into mono red. Very playable, I suppose. It's one way to avoid mana troubles. He does have answers to my creatures. In fact, he also has answers to my face as well. So that's gonna be interesting. Recast School. In fact, Feral Abomination is just gonna be on guard duty, so I'm gonna drop Chainer's Torment. Actually, no. I'm gonna drop Caligo's Skin Witch now that he's squeezed on the board. He can't just discard it as a free discard. So I'm gonna actually take out 2 real cards from his hand. Well, if they both happen to be mountains, nope. They're actually quite good. I'm glad I cast it. I'm now scared what that last card is right now. So I'm definitely not attacking. It's just gonna trade 2 for 1. I'm scared what. Okay, opponent's now slightly land flooding. He's gonna equip, so we are gonna start taking damage, I suppose. So I'm gonna need to cast Chainer's Torment next turn. I'm genuinely curious. Can't be a creature spell. He would have just cast it. I'm just curious what it is. Creature's lightning to my face. Okay. He's trying to hide it, I suppose. So I'm gonna start doing it. Okay, he's gonna ping me back. Am I willing to trade Feral Abomination for both of these guys? Actually, I have to. He's gonna ding me down to 13, that's perfectly fine. Actually, no, he's still gonna ding me down to 13. And I'm gonna have to shuffle the same. Early this time, that's perfectly fine. So next turn, Chainer's Torment probably might have been a mistake here, but so I'm gonna go. So I need. Okay, let's. Actually, it's just Scry. I don't. Let's see. Let's see what our next 2 cards are. Let's play accordingly. Definitely want the blink of an eye. Okay, here's an interesting trick. I draw a blink of an eye. I can bounce Chainer's Torment, then just take the time to regain more life. So I'm gonna give him the same offer. So I'm gonna go down. But next turn I can start shipping. Okay, I can start shipping with Cloud Reader. Warcry Phoenix, Flying Haste. Okay. Wait! That's not how it's supposed to work, I think. Probably should have added a stop here. Okay, I might have just lost the game that way. So I have a 7/7. Our opponent can just chip me down. So first things first, I'm gonna bounce this guy so I don't take too much damage. So he's gonna activate once I go down to 4. Cast an Aster Glider. Yes. send the Abomination in. Basically, what I'm doing now is I'm making his use of mana a bit slightly inefficient. So if he casts both of these guys, he can't equip the wand. It's only gonna buy me 2 turns though. I can just equip next turn. I don't have any artifact removal. That's not what I'm looking for. So I have Cloud Reader Sphinx has to stay back. The fun thing is, I now have to offer a massive trade. So basically I'm holding back enough blockers so that I can just chip. He won't attack with Gitu, so that's why I have to hold back with Warcry Phoenix. At least I bought myself some time that way. Okay, he's just gonna chump the Warcry. So he's gonna take 2 damage. So I'm still probably gonna lose this game at this point. He casts Squee, he casts Gitu Journey Mage. So he'll only take 3, 4. He'll only take 6 damage. That's not enough, even as the champion of the game. So the what? Okay, I might have bought myself a little time. So 2, 1. Okay, I bought myself some time. Because thank goodness that's not a wizard anymore. So I'm gonna take 2 damage. I'm gonna go down to 2. I need to hold back 2 blockers, so 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 7, 12, 13, 14. Okay, that's enough to be lethal. He has to block 1 or both. If he blocks with just 1, he'll go down to 6, then 3, 5. Next one will be lethal either way, so he will be forced to block with both. So I'm now at the mercy of his top deck. The Blood Tallow Candle was a really good pickup, but I'm still not out of the woods yet. He's now just gonna equip. Okay. He's definitely gonna hold on. Okay, let's do the math. 5, 6. Okay. We survived the Immortal deck. Oh my goodness, that was a... So we got rid of all the blockers, so... Smoosh. And we survived. We survived down to 1, but it's still scary. We were very close. We just had we just needed a few top decks. Could have survived to 1. Even without the Vicious Offering, our opponent would have been down to 1 and he would have had no board, but still scary. So let's do one more game. Might be the one I win, might be the one I lose. Actually, I feel like this has been going on quite long. The first 2... The last few games are quite long. I'm impressed how it held up. But I'm also... Okay, our opponent mulled. We are looking for a 3rd land for Skittering Surveyor, but we could at least Vicious Offering. So we do have plays. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. If you've seen the episode of Spellslingers that was recently released in Geek and Sundry, they advise you never to keep a 2-land hand. But sometimes it just pays off. Anyway, our opponent mulled down to 5. He's currently mono blue so far. Ooh, naban. Do I off him? Do I remove him right now? Or do I find out what else he has? You know what? I'm just gonna remove him right now. It's basically kill on sight. Anyway, next turn, Skittering Surveyor into divest. Go into our 4th land. So, do we divest now? Especially if our opponent's looking at his hand that badly. Here's the thing, we don't need the land. Okay, so I'm just gonna divest now. Just see what our opponent has. Okay, definitely dropping the Hammered Wander. Pardic Wanderer. I guess I'm okay dropping the Hammered, letting him have the Hammered Explorer. Actually, he's stuck at 2 lands right now, so the Tolarian Scholar is not painful. The Hammered Explorer is. So and he's stuck on lands. That's good news. So now let's be an. So so let's make ourselves a 10-10. Though this is the worst deck to go against one. Tolarian's gonna drop Hammered Warrior. Oh, Hammered Explorer. The Warrior's from so he can use his next. Ooh, well, he probably helped him draw into lands. But man, these are nice pickups. Well, actually, they're not that nice. So now it's time to Skittering Surveyor. Search our library for a land. And I'm gonna go into combat. Because I want to draw a card from Bitcoin. Let's see how he blocks. He's gonna block with a 2/2 and 1/1. No, you should block this way. There you go. Done. Yeah, there's no need to risk that much. Okay. Out. Hindsight, I should probably just. Oh, he's holding back. So... Actually, that was a mistake. He knew I grabbed it. He knew I grabbed an item. It's a little bit ways away. Okay. Took out a bunch of good stuff too, but it's drawing him closer to land. Thank goodness he blocked with that one. No, I'm worried he might have a last removal spell, but not at these colors, so yeah, just draw another island. He now knows I have 2 islands in hand. I'm not fooling anyone. Should not have played that swamp. And screw us real, so well, that's a good thing that we kept that 2. We had enough. We had some action in the to play with, so that was a good keep. So we're now at 3 wins, so we're not doing horribly, but next one could be the last. If in the very strange event that I manage to make a miracle and go all the way, this is going to be my tentative cutoff point. So just in case, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see if we... And we'll see if I'm... Okay, we probably won't. This is an easy mulligan. Sure, I have plays, but it's very dangerous. This is probably the game where we lose. We'll see about that. Okay, we have some plays at least. We are looking for black mana now. Yeah. The good news is skittering surveyors can help us shuffle back into this. Okay, I'm gonna put the Temptation of Bolas on the bottom of the deck. Bolas, be gone. Then our opponent plays some really good cards and they're gonna regret it. Okay, good news is we got our black mana. Do I want a Vicious Offering a 1/1? No. Let's see what our opponent does. Looks like even Draft is hit with the Mono Red Plague. Frenzied Rage. Vicious Offering. Well, you could sacrifice it if okay. So we kind of got him on that one. So we're set Aster Glider into Homerid Explorer, but what happens next I have no idea. Okay, Goblin has haste, we take 2. Woo! This is a very this is a very scary deck. Looks like our opponent's doing super aggro. So it's a good thing we got a blocker online. So I guess the one thing you can say about Homerid Explorer. Okay, we have to trade. But I can't trade. It's not Menace. So these can be annoying. So it's very possible that we could still lose this game because our opponent has a very sick red deck. So we can block this guy. I'm more incentivized to just take... If he attacks with bodies, I'm more incentivized to just take the 4 damage right now. Opponent's not... I wouldn't say he's not doing well. Okay, land drops, he's kind of stalled, but then again... If you look at the spells we managed to ditch out of him, I don't think he needs this many lands. Okay, sending all the boys. Let's get rid of the War Chief. I need to keep this guy behind to block this, so going on to 6, kind of scary. If he has a removal spell, it's over. It's okay, it's a trade. So now I can't really block with anything. Yep. This time we got land flooded, so I think we'll be taking 4 more damage. But on the bright side, Drudge Sentinel stays alive. So we have 1 more turn to draw 1 more creature. And he's not gonna give us the satisfaction. He's just gonna go all in with this guy. Let's give us an answer. I guess that is an answer. And I still have to attack with Aster Glider because they can't block. So next turn, we are forced to block the Bloodstone Goblin. If our opponent has any way of wiping the board, it's over. He probably doesn't have a way because all he had to do is just wipe one of these guys. Okay, if he has a okay, we're definitely gonna block. He's definitely. But that's it. Super aggressive. He managed to cobble it up together. Well, that's it for this run, but managed to come back a little bit after falling far behind. So, quite happy with this one. Not happy with the draft, but the games were interesting enough. And I'm gonna just claim my prizes now. For the next few weeks, the next few episodes, we're gonna wrap the Quick Constructed series. I believe it's black green, green white, and I believe it's just those 2 that's just those two left. I'll finish up those two. When Kaladesh comes in, I'll figure out if I want to redo it now that there are new cards in this set, or if I want to have if I want to do another shot, or if I want to do something else entirely. But I definitely want to try the best of 3 games. That's pretty much the big difference. Anyway, that's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Please don't forget to tell your friends. And thank you very much. Hope to see you guys again next time.